Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Hana Badrusha binti Azhar. I'm from Group 4. Now I'm going to start our presentation about problem-based learning. In this assignment, we are assigned to complete two algebra equations that have been given in the module. To solve this equation, we have done some research and have a group discussion to share our opinion and list out all of the ideas that can help us to solve the equation or the problem. By doing all of this process, we can learn more about the concept or the topic that have been used in getting the answer to the problem that we are assigned to, such as arithmetic, geometry, and binomial series. So now I'm gonna show you a little bit things that I get while doing the research to complete this PBL. First, sequences. Sequences is a arrangement of any object or a set of number in following order or a sequential way. It's commonly used in a succession of number whose order is determined by a rule of a function. There's two types of sequences, which is infinite sequences and finite sequences. If you want to see the difference between these two sequences, you can see the example inside the slide. The next one is series. Series is the sum of the sequences to a certain number that usually written as Sn. Okay. There is three types of series, which is arithmetic series, geometric series, and binomial series. Arithmetic series is actually the sum of the term of an arithmetic sequence or progressions. It usually written in the Sn term. Geometric series is actually the ratio of each two consecutive terms. The difference between arithmetic series and the geometric series is the common factor, which is for arithmetic series we use d as the common factor, while for geometric series we use r for the common factor. In geometric series, there is a special case where the infinite sum exists. When this case appears, the geometric series converge need to use this formula inside the slide. But when the common factor is more than 1, the geometric series will be diverged. Binomial series is usually used to expand the power of a given binomial expression where n is a positive integer like the diagram shown in the slide. In this series, the coefficient that form a pattern, usually called as Pascal triangle. Each number inside this triangle is the sum of the number. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Azizi bin Muhammad Azman. My text number AA200617. So today, I would like to talk about the filler table for the question 1 and question 2. The fact for the question 1 is, you and your friend want to start an online clothing business. Secondly, you and your friend have 4 new members, each as downline or as the second generation. For the third, the second generation is able to get 4 new members. We are going to the ideas. For the first ideas, we have to sketch the diagram. Secondly, use a geometric progression to solve the question. Third, use the formula. And lastly, write the answer. We are now going to the learning issues. Firstly, we have to do some research to know what we have to do. Secondly, what topic to learn. Thirdly, what formula to use. And fourth, calculation technique. And lastly, keyword to highlight. The last for question 1 is action plan. We just need to use the algebra book from the Professor Nafisa. And now we are going to the fact for question 2. Firstly, your brother wants to buy a new iPhone which costs 999 ringgit. Second, for the first month, your brother managed to save 150 ringgit. Thirdly, you give your brother 50 ringgit each month. For the ideas for question 2, first, we use the arithmetic progression. Second, use formula to solve the problem. And lastly, write the conclusion. The learning issue for the second question is, which topic must learn to solve the question? Second, what kind of formula that we have to use to solve the question? For the action plan for question 2, first we have to refer the algebra book by Professor Nafisa. Lastly, we have to make some research on the internet with the link given. That's all for the fila table, so I pass the presentation to my group mate. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Ansarullah bin Hisham. My matrix number is AA200020. I'm going to talk about problem background for question 1. My friend and I want to start an online clothing business because of COVID-19. As a second generation, we both have 4 new members each. Assume that each generation is able to join 4 new members. We need to draw a diagram for question A, representing the members from the first generation to the 4th generation. Next, for question B, by referring to the diagram, we need to find the difference between generation, second generation to first generation ratio, and third generation to 4th generation ratio. Then, we've got to write a conclusion based on question B. Next, question 2. My brother wants to purchase a new iPhone that costs Rm 999 and he is in high school. In the first month, he saved Rm 150. Later, I gave him Rm 50 each month thereafter. For the first 4 months, question A requires me to list the total amount of his savings. We have to answer all the question based on A for question B, which is we have to spot the difference between each month and second month ratio with the first month, the third month ratio with the second month, and we must write a conclusion on the basis of B.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fakar bin Muhammad Rizal. My number matrix is AA200477. So today I'm gonna present to you guys our group solution of case study for question 1 and question 2. Question 1, due to COVID-19, you and your friends want to start an online clothing business. Both of you have 4 new members, each as downline as the second generation. Assume that each generation is able to get 4 new members. So the question want us to draw a diagram, so we're gonna put the diagram beside me. And the question 1, difference between generation. So first you need to search all members between generation using the formula. I'm gonna put beside me 2. So A is 2 and R ratio 8 divided by 2 and you get 4. So generation 1 you get 2, generation 2 you get 8, generation 3 you get 32, and generation 4 you get 128. So after you find the total member for generation you can search for difference between generation. So we're gonna put the solution beside me. Okay, what you can see is the difference between generation is not the same. Okay, and then the question wants us to find the ratio between second generation and first generation, the third generation and second generation. So using this formula for ratio, I'm gonna put beside me, and you get so you can see the ratio between generation is 4. And 2 is your brother who is in secondary school want to buy a new iPhone which costs 999 ringgit. The first month you save 150 ringgit, and each month thereafter you give him 50 ringgit. So the question want us to list of the total amount for the first month. So we're gonna put the formula beside me. So A is 150 and B is 50. So first month you get 150 ringgit, second month you get 200 ringgit, third month you get 250 ringgit, and fourth month you get 300 ringgit. So fourth month you get 300 ringgit. So after you find the list of money that he get for 4th month, so you can search for difference between each month, and I'm gonna put the solution beside me, and you can see the difference between each month is 50 ringgit. So the difference between each month is the same. Question want us to find ratio between second and first month and third month and second month. So I'm gonna put this formula, the solution beside me too. You can see the ratio between first month, second month and first month and third month and second month is not the same. So that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I want to presenting the conclusion of our group assignment. So the conclusion is we realized that there are a lot of arithmetic and geometric progression in our daily life. So such as in question 1, there are increment that been affected by bird's flu. So the increment can be calculated as a common ratio. So in the question 2, we can know when the student was infected. So the antibody of the student increased the same common difference when the bird flu virus increases. So that's all from me. Thank you.